Hello everyone, this is Betsy from Ideas Times 2 and I have a project to share with you. I made this journal. I'm on the design team for Gecko Gals, which is a paper studio on Etsy, and I'll leave their link below so you can check them out, and be sure to check us out as well. This journal will be for sale in our Etsy shop and that information will be below. So let me run through what you would get. The kit that I used from Gecko Gals for this journal is entitled Putting on the Green, and it's called a crafting kit, and what you receive are digital papers and icons and digital stamps as well. So here are a few. You get 6 of these digital papers, and I don't have them all here, but some I printed a little bit larger and some smaller, as you can see. So the papers and the icons, so a lot of them I just made, squished them together and put them on a sheet of paper in cardstock to play around with them. Printed these on white, printed these on cream. So there are just a few examples of those. Some of the icons, you get 6 digital papers, 40 digital icons, and some of the icons I printed just on the tea stained paper that I used inside the journal, as you can see here. So those are that. Oh, those are more of the papers. And the digital stamps I'll show you as we go along in the journal here. But so this is Putting on the Green journal. I made it, it's a repurposed book cover. I made an inlay. There's a shamrock here. It is covered in fabric, this plaid, pretty green and sort of aqua teal color plaid with gold highlights. So the entire cover is covered in in fabric. Sorry. I have beads on my signature strings in the style of Tracy Fox. So beautiful. And then it is got a tie closure with some sari silk that I dyed using like 4 different colors of green dye. And so that's just tied in a bow here at the side. So let's open this up and I'll show you what's inside. So almost everything in here, the papers and the icons, which I used in different ways, and the digital stamps are from the Gecko Gals Putting on the Green kit. And occasionally I just took some paper out of my stash. So here is the front pocket is made from a Gecko Gals patterned paper. This is from my stash. This little fold out is from my stash. I found some music page with green notes. I thought that was pretty cool. These 2 icons here I used as a pocket. This is sewn and a journaling card. There's some stenciling. One of the icons from the kit, paper from my stash. There's a little stenciling over here. This page cracked a little when I folded it, so I just reinforced the spine of that paper with some washi tape, and there is one of the digital stamps. So I guess that's the first digital stamp I can show you there. And I just stamped on the pages. This is where I used one of the icons and printed in full color on my tea stained paper. And the ones that have the full color on the tea stained paper, I used like a 28-pound paper. So it's a little bit, got a different feel than the regular copy paper, which is what the normal pages are. So I forgot to mention they're all tea stained or coffee stained papers in here. There's a little collaging with one of the images from the kit, digital stamp from the kit. This is an icon that I made into an ephemera card, and all these cards that I have are blank on the back, so you can journal on them or put a photograph or whatever you choose. Digital stamp, a little stenciling I did. This is a paper from the collection, and it's muted. It's more vintagey looking because I tea stained it after I printed it. So those look vintage. Here is some paper from my stash and rickrack that I sewed onto the edge there. So digital stamp, ledger paper, the center of the signature. I did forget to say there are 128 pages in 3 different signatures, and the signatures are sewn with a hidden spine. And here's the center of the first signature. As I had mentioned before, the signature strings are long, and then I tied the beads on. So this is one of the Gecko Gals papers, and then this is one of the icons, and I fussy cut around it, and I glued it on the sides to make a little pocket. And inside the pocket, this little shaker is made with 2 of their images, this little frame, and then the little guy in the back there. He's one of their images as well. So I made it into a shaker for the middle there. Here's some side page collaging. Here's another digital stamp. Here's another one of the icons I fussy cut, and I just glued him on the right side so that he could hold a piece of paper for us. So here's a fold out, some vintage stationery page, and he holds the paper in for us. This is the other side of that Gecko Gals digital paper. Here's some digital stamping. This is a pocket I made out of brown paper bag, 2 layers, and I stitched on some fabric and lace, and inside I made a little booklet. This is from the kit, and then inside is just copy and or tea stained paper, depending on. I think I just grabbed some from both of my piles. So here is a little shamrock stencil, and the stencil is actually the negative space around from this raised up shamrock that's in the center there. So that's the negative space. From there I made it into a stencil. So here's digital stamping, little stenciling. This is an image from Gecko Gals printed on the paper. Here's digital stamp from my stash, and with a little stenciling on it. Image from the kit. This is stenciling I did. This is the second signature, little icon that I fussy cut around. Stenciling. There's an image from the kit, paper from the kit here. Digital stamp as well. Here is image from the kit as well, and I sewed it on, and I sort of tore around her and made her into a little tuck spot, and this is one of their images as well. Paper from the kit. This little button is an image from the kit too, and I sewed it on to the paper and on both sides. So got a little button there. I forgot to mention the lace. It's vintage vintage Danish lace, and I hand dyed it to match. Little collaging there. This lucky image is from a card here, this one, and the lucky was on here, but I changed it up a little bit. I separated them and used them separately. There is a washi tape trim there, digital stamp, one of their images, and I put a little ribbon bow there. Here is eco-dyed paper that I made, and the other side is more of the shadow, but this is more of the print here. Gecko Gals paper, digital stamp from the kit as well. This paper from the kit I made into an envelope. Let's take that out. And inside is one of their images. So, and I just clipped it right onto the edge of the paper there. A little stenciling. This is one of the digital stamps. I enlarged it and put one on each side of the center of the page to make it look cool in the center of the signature here. Here is one of the digital papers. I printed some of them on cardstock and some of them on regular paper. This one is out of cardstock, so I was able to make it into a pocket and put this little gal in there from the kit. Digital stamp. Paper from the kit. This is the other side of the eco-dyed paper. And this side I really like. This one has the veining. You can see the veining on the leaf clearly there. It's really cool. This is a collaged tag that I made, and I just clipped it on. Digital stamp, a little side collaging there. Paper from the kit, stenciling. Digital stamp there. Paper from the kit. This is my favorite print, I think. And you can see it looks a little different because it's tea stained. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you. Here it is. Here it is right in front of me. So here, this is just the image printed on paper. And then this is the tea stained version. So they're both beautiful. Here is an icon that I copied directly onto my coffee or tea stained paper. So here's an icon I made into a text spot. I wonky sewed around it, and inside I put a little file folder with stenciling on it, and I just put a notepad in here. So just various papers that I made into a notepad. Just tuck that right in there. Some stenciling here. Third signature. Here's this little gal. She was, I printed her too, like it was my fault, but I printed her a little too big, so she was too big for this page, and I just love her. I think she's adorable. So I did have to clip off the side. There was like an Irish blessing, I think, on the side here. So very pretty image. Digital stamp there. This is an icon I printed on my tea stained paper. Here's a little fabric ruffled at the top there. Digital stamp, Gecko Gals paper, icon from the kit as well. Little stenciling from that negative space. Here's a pocket I made out of lace, and this is the digital paper. So this is another example. I printed it smaller on this side, as you can see, and then this one had the larger size. Whoops, I lost my card. My card goes in there. And blank on the other side. All right, get that paper out of the way there. Digital stamp here. There is one of the icons, and I printed her on the heavier weight paper. I made this Peekaboo page, so here's some acetate that I used for a window. This is from the kit too, an image from the kit, and I made it in a circle so it would fit exactly inside there. And then when you flip this over this way, you get to see the little gal through the window too. So that was a lot of fun to make. There's some stenciling there, digital stamp. I put a map of the British Isles in the center of this last signature. And here's another one of those cool dragon Celtic images. This is from the kit as well, and I individually cut these out so that I could swag them a little bit. Missed a page. Just stenciling on there. Another image from the kit. A digital stamp from the kit. This is a little fabric tip-in, so you can, you know, put your secrets under there. This fabric is the same as the outside cover, and that was not my intention. I wanted to make it different, but I started out using a different fabric for the cover. Made a huge mistake, so I had to rip it off, but wound up with this plaid, which I had already finished my signatures, and so it was already done. But so there's lace and ribbon on there, little side collaging. Washi tape on this printed paper and digital stamp there. Here is a collaged up tuck spot, paper from my stash, and then this image is from the kit. This image is from the kit as well. Little stenciling, digital stamping, and that's the end of the signature. I made this paper is from my stash, but this one is from the kit. I printed it on cardstock so it was sturdy for this pocket. I sewed around the edges of the pocket, and here's a collaged tag, blank on the back. So that is it. That is my putting on the green journal. And I also forgot to mention it is 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and the spine is 1.5 inches. So that is it. So please check out Gecko Gals and their beautiful digital products that they have. I'll leave all their links down below, and be sure to check us out as well. I'll leave our information below as well. Thank you for joining me today. Bye, everybody.